Hello, dear fans, friends, and subscribers. Welcome back to Cricket Amping Show. Yes, this is going to be a very short cricket show. I reckon. I'm going to start off from what I missed yesterday in the roundup of the cricket week, where I talked about West Indies, Australia, and other matches, but I never dwelt on the two super overs in the which really created history for the first time on an in an international scene. We have seen this in the IPL where Rohit Sharma was a part of it. Again, Rohit Sharma here in this match between India and Afghanistan played a huge part with a century and two super overs, which was never heard in international circles. Finally, it was enacted at the, I think, if I'm not wrong, it was the Bengaluru Stadium, and definitely none of the spectators had actually left it, and it was absolutely thrilling. And also, let's on a really on a pitch where Afghanistan made India struggle, that particular partnership with Rohit Sharma and Rinku Singh. Rinku Singh, who is becoming the ever reliable and consistent batsman for India, and both of them turned on some. I mean, Rohit Sharma showing all his experience there with a century, and Rinku Singh just carrying on in the way he has been doing, where every time he's been there for India when the chips were down, it was a similar situation. And once again, Rinku Singh came to the fore. What a partnership, a record partnership there. And then we saw a super over. And also, let's credit Afghanistan for really having a real tilt at it and bringing it so close that it ended in a tie, and then another one super over that ended in a tie, and then we got to the other super over, and finally India were victorious. But what a day of cricket there. And this was the first ever two super overs enacted in T20 international match. As I said, it happened in the IPL, but it never happened on the international scene. And here it was happening right in front of the spectators at the in the front of the Bangalore crowd. So it was some a wholesome entertainment for the spectators. Now, so now I'm going to just give the attention. Now we will go into the current ones. Yesterday I was talking to you, telling you that the match between New Zealand and Pakistan is very important, and the question will be whether Pakistan can actually avoid the real hiding of 5-0 from New Zealand. I have to say, full credit to Pakistan. They did it in fine style here. In fact, one never expected that this would have been the outcome. Pakistan themselves struggled on a two-paced pitch, I reckon, at the Hagley Oval in Christchurch to make 134 for 8. And the New Zealanders were bowled out. Yes, Mitchell was sitting, Ravindra was brought in, but New Zealand, one was really surprised. They were bowled out for 92. And the main person who did all the damage was the spinner Iftikhar Ahmed, who took 3 for 24. And he has not bowled. I mean, we all know that Iftikhar has also bowled in the World Cup, and him not bowling really came as a surprise. And that was a surprise packet. And Iftikhar Ahmed, one really didn't observe. The observation was done only yesterday when one saw Iftikhar Ahmed being given the ball, and he came up with the goods with 3 for 24 on a two-paced pitch. So definitely credit to Iftikhar Ahmed, and also credit to the captain Chain Shah Afridi. And I think I think it has been a big miss for Pakistan. Iftikhar Ahmed, I wouldn't consider him as a part-time spinner. Yes, he's innocuous. His bowling is innocuous, but I think he's effective. And as I said, he has bowled in the World Cup, so I wouldn't even consider him as a part-time bowler. I consider him as a not as a genuine all-rounder, but definitely a sort of an all-rounder. So I was so definitely Iftikhar was the one who made the difference on this two-page pitch, and I'm glad that Shaheen Shah Afridi put his thinking cap very quickly. Yes, he's learning as a captain, and also for Shaheen Shah Afridi, it was a first for him as well as captain. The first time that Pakistan won under his captaincy, so that would have been made him a bit proud as well. Nevertheless, it was, but definitely Pakistan salvaging something before leaving the New Zealand shores by beating New Zealand by 42 runs. Thus avoiding a hiding, and but New Zealand winning the series 4-1. Total domination by New Zealand in this series. And Finn Allen, very rightly, for showing all his consistency, was named man of the series. Now, looking at this particular card of Pakistan, as a two-page pitch, batting was not easy. Hasibullah Khan was given a debut. Saim Ayub was kept out, and Hasibullah Khan was given a debut. And Hasibullah Khan, he with the third delivery that was bowled from Tim Southee in the first over of the game, Hasibullah came dancing down the pitch as if he was going to put Southee into the stands of the third ball, but is springing down the track. It was pretty early on. I reckon you could have, just blocked the view and see how the pitch was responding, and a big heave by him, and Southee got the ball to bounce, and the ball was coming inwards, and the edge was taken by Glenn Phillips, and Hasibullah Khan was walking despondently back to the pavilion. He had jumped down the pitch to Tim Southee of the third ball. Intentions very clear, but it only met with doom as he was gone for naught. So that was the first wicket. And after that, Mohammad Rizwan was the one who had to chisel in. He made a runner ball 38 with 4 boundaries. But Babar Azam was totally struggling. He probably has a hamstring injury as well. Yes, we know he has come into form in the series. No doubt that is a refreshing feature for Pakistan. But Babar Azam in this match definitely struggled. He could not put bat to ball. And it was a very, very horrifying stay at the crease for Babar Azam, put out of his misery by the leggy Sodhi. Fakhar Zaman decided that the only way he's going to deal with the New Zealand bowlers on this pitch is to tong them. And he tonged them real hard as he made 33 of 16, which included 4 sixes and 1 4. And always one thinks that Fakhar Zaman is someone that Pakistan should probably tell him to open the innings, because his potential can be fully utilized, according to me, because he's the man who likes to go over the top. He has power in his strokes. He has some great timing as well. And on his day, Fakhar Zaman could be pretty dangerous. So probably I think it would be worth for Pakistan to probably get Mohammad. Probably it would be, I think the opening should be done by Fakhar Zaman and Mohammad Rizwan. Probably they could plan it for the T20 World Cup. Just a suggestion coming from me. Fakhar Zaman can get slotted in with Mohammad Rizwan as an opener, and then Babar Azam follows. It is for them to decide, but it's just a sort of a pointer that I wanted to make, if it makes sense. Other than that, nothing to really talk about. Nawaz 1, Iftikhar 5, Sahibzada Farhan made 19 of 14, 1-4-1-6, and Abbas Afridi put 2 into the crowd to make a quick 15 unbeaten runs of the last, I think it was the penultimate over, he hit him. I think it was, if I'm not wrong, it was Lockie Ferguson who was tonked for 2 sixes. Abbas Afridi, 134 for 8. And the wickets, nothing to really talk about. Southee 2 for 19, 2 for 30 for Henry, 2 for 25 Lockie, and his Southee 2 for 22, did a good job. So 135 for 8, again, on this particular pitch, even though it was a 2-page pitch, New Zealand playing under their own conditions would have been pretty much aware as to how the pitch is going to play. I thought New Zealand disappointed. Finn Allen went about his business in the usual fashion, 22 of 19, 3 fours, 1 6, but Zaman Khan had the better of him when Finn Allen decided to take on Zaman Khan, which he normally does, and he was a goner. It was chipped in the air and it was all over. Sachin Ravindra coming in place of Mitchell, who was rested, did not trouble the scorers much, just getting a single. That's it. Other than that, Tim Seifert made 19, Will Young 12. And New Zealand definitely struggled with Glenn Phillips there. Hope was there with Glenn Phillips trying to take charge. But when with this wicket gone, one knew that New Zealand's hopes had evaporated, and that's what precisely happened. Because if you see the card there after Glenn Phillips, there's nobody who could even reach double figures, and the New Zealand, batting order totally caved in, and they were bowled out for 92. So very good performance, creditable performance for Pakistan just before they were leaving New Zealand. So well done, Pakistan, on that score. And the bowling, as I said, Iftikhar Ahmed was definitely the pick. 4 overs, no made in 324. Abbas Afridi, it was a bit surprising, just bowled a solitary over. Usam Amir, 1 for 21. Zaman Khan also bowled just 1 over. And Mohammad Nawaz, 4 overs, 2 for 18, kept it tight. Shaheen Shah Afridi, 2 for 20. So it was all over. So as I said, New Zealand winning the series 4-1. And that's it for that particular match. Now, other than that, we can look at some under 19 scores here. Today we had two matches. The outcome being New Zealand beating Nepal by 64 runs, and the Sri Lanka under 19 side getting the better of Zimbabwe, but albeit by a Duckworth Lewis method due to rain, and they won by 39 runs. So those were the two results. Other than that, as far as news is concerned, as you know, England are in India, and England will be playing India in the first Test match on Thursday. And definitely one thing of note that I would like to point out on the show is that we all know that Indian pitches are predominantly spinning pitches, and so, considering that fact, one thinks that England, coming with just one spinner, Jack Leach. You remember, it was the only time that England conquered India on the spinning pitches was when the pair of Monty Panesar and Graham Swan did it. But other than that, there was nothing to really talk about as far as England spinners are concerned. That was the only time that they dominated. And then they had Anderson Broad, and it was a strong team as well with Alistair Cook leading the show. But now, if you look at the composition of the England team, I am a bit surprised that England have come with just one experienced spinner in Jack Leach, and the other are all inexperienced, like Rehan Ahmed. Just a bit experienced, I would say. Not, he's just into the mix right now. Then we have, I think, but there are three inexperienced spinners in the squad. And looking at India, who possess a plethora of spinners, and that is the home advantage, the home pitches, and also the ball turning probably even from day one. Ashwin, Ravi Jadeja, the spin twins, and then we have Kuldeep Yadav, the unorthodox bowler, left armer, and then we have Akshar Patel as well, who has been bowling superbly. So definitely, I think England have a real challenge. Whether their baseball cricket is going to really succeed against the Indian spinners is going to be the question. So that is something that one is really wanting to watch, whether the baseball can really hit the spinners out of the attack. And I have a feeling the baseball might not work against Indian spinners because I think the Indian spinners are quite smart to outsmart the Englishmen. But I think it's a really riveting battle in store. But definitely the odds are favoring India I would reckon, from what I see on paper. But probably once we see the drama being enacted in the middle, one would be in a better position to make a judgment. But off now, I would definitely put my hat on India and say that. Looking at the composition of the England team, and with just one genuine spinner, I think it's going to be extremely challenging for England on this particular tour. Well, on this note, it's about time to end the show for today. But again, promising you that I will be back in business in the next weekend, that is on Saturday, to talk to you all on this Cricket Happening show. Till such time, I see you folks. It's goodbye from your host, Ram. Thank you.